defeat of not being able to call my own child. Nothing would help.
Because I think that's something that every single new mom goes through. For me, it's like your identity gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
You have to find it again.
Yeah.
What helped you find your identity again?
Not sleeping. So I'm like, I'm going all in on this.
Yeah.
And I did. And I'm so thankful because it changed her life.
Mindful Combat. Inspiring people, inspiring you.
Welcome to Mindful Combat, the podcast where inspiring people inspire you. And here I am with Beverly.
Hello.
All right. So I'm very excited to be talking to you and to get to know each other a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're here taking this
certification exam.
Yeah.
Together.
So for NET.
Yep.
Yeah.
Neuroemotional technique.
So
it's been a fun ride. Almost a year since I met you.
Yeah. We're here in California.
Yes. My first time. Your first time?
Yes.
Florida girls.
I love that.
Florida girls in Cali.
You know it. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Very different beach for us.
Oh my goodness.
The cliffs. Yeah.
Scary.
So good though. The views.
Yeah.
Sunset's just as good.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So tell me a little bit about your journey. Like we're both, you and I are here and taking this course for neuroemotion technique. Let's start there, right? Like your journey, kind of like what brought you here?
My journey to NET was my friend Jenna introduced me to NET when we actually went to Dr. Charlie's In the Trenches conference in Nashville. We were just both very into the videos that he would make and the membership he had. So we met up at the conference and she was like, let's just try this NET real quick on you. And I loved it immediately. I remember just my first session and the emotions that came out of it and like the guilt I was carrying about something that just didn't even make sense to me. But it was obviously like weighing on me a lot. And then it made a lot of sense afterwards. So I was so thankful to her. Just giving me my first session that I really enjoyed and thankful for Dr. Charlie bringing so many nurses like into the more like holistic health world. Yeah. I feel like he captures a lot of us at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'm just thankful for that. To really change my life. Like, I never really felt like I had a place. Sometimes in nursing, because I just like more naturally minded things.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it and I'm very passionate about it. And now I feel like I've hit my stride and it's great.
That's amazing. Well, I feel like we should explain a little bit about neuroemotion technique is, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a technique that helps kind of the unconscious stressors come out and free us from it. So we're not, so we're being more effective, right?
Yes. Be less stressed and help release trapped stress and just overall health, help that physiology that responds when you're having a repeat stressful event that's triggering to you. And I love that aspect of it. Do you?
Oh, no, I absolutely love it. And it's so good to treat trauma, developmental trauma. I mean, it's amazing. But okay, so you talked about being a nurse, right?
Yes.
Now I'm like, okay, so now we're in a whole different world.
Nurse mom.
Nurse mom.
Yes.
So tell me about nurse mom.
Nurse mom.
What does nurse mom do?
Nurse mom. I left the bedside this year, or I guess it's late last year in 2025. And it was challenging, but very healing for me to start a new journey, pursuing, more neuroemotional technique and everything like that. And I'm just thankful that I have my skill set to take care. I have two daughters, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
My 4-year-old's medically complex with a feeding tube. She has gross motor delay. She has oral version with eating and a lot of things. So she doesn't eat by mouth.
Okay.
So it's just a lot of extra things to do.
Yeah.
And we're just very thankful that we have extra knowledge that other parents, I feel for those other parents that don't go into this with the knowledge I had. Like I'd taken care of many kids with feeding tubes and, been there for parents, and stuff like that. So, I was thankful that I was very familiar with the process because we had so much to learn about her condition.
What is the condition?
It's called cystinosis.
Okay.
So it's a buildup of cysteine in the white blood cell, and then it causes damage. Usually affects the kidneys first, and then, but it's multi-system, so it kind of presents in all their organs. It can have muscle weakness, problems with their eyes and vision. Just kind of is everywhere. The cysteine buildup causes crystals in their body, so to cause organ damage. And without treatment, thankful for modern medicine for the treatment to extend her life.
Yeah.
So she gets a lot of, like, not vitamins, but electrolytes and stuff like that to help sustain, because she spills too much extra electrolytes. So she needs those electrolytes to maintain like the proper balance in her body.
Okay.
And then there's like a specialty medication that helps prolong like her kidneys and everything like that.
Yeah.
So, and it helps with the buildup of the cysteine actually in the white blood cell. And she has like a special lab value and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That goes to a special pharmacy, but that, it's life-saving for them right now. And then eventually she most likely will need a kidney transplant, but we're so into it and her kidney function's been fine right so far. So we're thankful for that.
Thank goodness.
It's been a lot of learning.
So you were already a nurse.
I hope that was all accurate information too.
Well, I mean, that's very
It's hard to spout it all off and make sure everything's correct.
No, I'm interested in your lived experience, right? Because you're a nurse mom, you're helping other moms, right? And I'm guessing you're hoping to help other moms that have kids that have complicated things happening.
Yes.
And so tell me about your journey. Like why would another mom come to you, right? And does that make sense?
Yeah,
I'm a mom.
It does. I would say, I think the one thing I will miss from the bedside is interacting with other G-tube moms that just are out in my community that I don't know personally. And it's just, I feel like I might have a little extra knowledge, and I'm very passionate about a blended diet. So we actually blend up our own food in a Vitamix blender.
But tell me how you got to that. Why do you think it was important to do that?
To do that?
Yes.
Oh, because she was puking 8 to 12 times a day when she first got diagnosed. They're very pukey children. And I was still on breast milk. Couldn't get her to tolerate any formula. It was such a disaster. I was sleeping in 2-hour stretches. We're heading into 15 months of 2-hour stretches of sleep. And we got a feeding pump running at night because she's not really eating anything by mouth anymore. Like she used to breastfeed and bottle feed when we went home. And then once we got the feeding tube surgically placed, she just, from all that puking, I mean, would you want to eat?
No.
If you were feeling like that all day? Yeah. So I relate it to like someone having the stomach virus.
Yeah.
I mean, that was her life for many, many weeks, months. So to get that under control, I just thought, I tried all of her medicine, just little bits of all those electrolytes and supplements and stuff. And they hurt my stomach. And I was like, here's my 10-pound baby taking these medicines that I'm like, I would puke this up almost as an adult. And not even taking her full dose, just like seeing what it tastes like. Why is she having a hard time taking it? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just tried a little bit like of her potassium, and I was like, oh, my stomach hurts on this.
Wow.
So how is she supposed to be taking that on, breast milk or formula? Like, she's got to maybe have some more food, sustenance. So even I went to her doctors and I was explaining, this is my thought process. If we're going to feed her these harsh medications on a protein shake, that doesn't feel good even in our body. So I want to put real food in her, and they didn't really want me to at the start. They said it will clog her tube, or, I felt, in my opinion, that maybe they don't have a lot of patient population that does it. So I had to navigate a lot of it myself, which was very challenging because you're already learning about a disease process and you're not sleeping. So I'm like, I'm going all in on this.
Yeah.
And I did. And I'm so thankful because it changed her life. And I tell other parents with the same condition. I actually was so thankful for the other moms that also were in the community that we're in, that were encouraging. Like, we did this too. Like, I had one major resource and friend. And she was like, oh, this mom did that. And this mom did that. Let's connect. One called me and talked to me for a few hours. We've never met.
Yeah.
And I was so incredibly thankful that she walked me through her process, and they were all so encouraging, and I had that. And in such a dark, lonely time, because not a lot of people understand what you're kind of going through, but I was surrounded by people that have experienced it, and their kids are older. Now I get to be that person for other people. So it just makes, when it happens to you, you're like, why is this happening to me? Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you got to get over that sadness. And this is the life we're meant to live. And we are so thankful to God that everything played out the way it did for us. I mean, from the doctor that took care of her to the speech language pathologist at the bedside, to our community of people that we get to kind of live life with, our kids get to grow up together and experience this together, and they can eventually connect and be there for each other. That's how I view it. Yeah. And I really enjoy passing that knowledge on, that we all had a lot more success blending up our own food. I know that was a lot on that.
That's amazing.
It's a lot, but I'm passionate about it. It was a lot of hard work. But
because I saw you, right? It's like that grieving process of like, why is this happening to me, right? You said you have to overcome that. So what helped you overcome that?
Oh, unfortunately, I feel like, unfortunately, time. I feel like each step we took forward was just a little bit more healing.
Okay.
So, like figuring out the bonded diet, less puke. That was amazing. That takes a little bit more stress off, because you're not doing laundry all day. You're not cleaning up puke all day. You're not rushing around with emesis bags.
Yeah.
That took a little certain stress off of it. And then we did a lot of therapy too, physical therapy, speech therapy. It was really feeding therapy, occupational therapy. Once that kind of was all handled for 2 years and we got to take a break, also another stressor, not rushing to appointments all the time and stuff like that. So, kind of fitting in NET or just neuroemotional technique.
Yeah.
Just feeling more regulated, not being so rushed, not being so stressed, and having more tools to deal with it. Yeah. It's a hard time, and especially the no sleep. You want to torture anyone.
Absolutely.
Challenge their sleep. So it's, really a miracle I made it through that time, and even went back to the gym before I was ready, but I needed that in my life, because it was the 45 minutes that I had to myself a day, because everything else I was pouring into, my daughter and her care. And I'm just so thankful for my husband. He really just kind of carried the team on his back. I was main caregiver, but I essentially stopped cooking all meals, and he just picked up and ran with it. And I'm just so thankful for that.
So that support was so important, right? And then you having your own time to self-care, which was the gym.
Yep.
And so that's kind of what helped you. Was there a time where you're like, okay, no, that's it. I'm giving up? Or did you ever get to a point like that? And how did you get out?
A lot. There was a lot of screaming and crying. She cried and I feel like maybe when I was saying it to people, they didn't understand, because they think you're exaggerating.
Yeah.
But until my family was there and experienced it or anything like that, once they saw, wow, she screams, and it's for solid 3 hours. And at night when you're tired and you want to go to bed, and all I wanted to do was just kind of maybe eat a little bit of food. And I just remember that defeat of not being able to call my own child, nothing would help. So that was a really hard time. And I felt, how am I going to make it through this? And now looking that I came out, I was just, thank God I made it through that crying, all I could do was hold her,
Yeah.
And it's hard. Sometimes I'd have to put in an audiobook or just some music just to be able to hold her, because I didn't want her to feel alone. Yeah. And she would just cry. It can be very hard, So that was just so difficult. I honestly don't I can't think of anything. I mean, I would call my best friend probably every morning and she would just be like, so encouraging. You're doing great. Like and even before she got sick and she wasn't sleeping through the night, she was so encouraging just every morning. Like, wow, you're handling this so well with so much grace. I remember her being like, still so positive, like sleep will come. And then little did I know sleep was not going to come for a long time.
Yeah.
But just kind of trying to, it's like kind of almost like the newborn phase when you think like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, when is this going to end?
Yeah.
But she kind of helps me remember that, everything kind of does have an end and you will start a new chapter. And just kind of keeping that in mind, I think did help the most.
Yeah.
Like, this has got to end at some point, right? You would hope.
Yeah.
And it finally did. And then, she just started sleeping through the night a year ago.
Wow.
So even that,
How old is she now?
She is 4. She just turned 4 last year. Yeah.
So it was 4 years of like, okay, this is gonna have an end. I'm gonna be able to sleep. I'm gonna be able. And so you finally got to that point where you were able to sleep.
It's a lot better.
Was able to sleep, so
we did at 15 months start getting some nighttime nursing care a couple nights a week, and then had to wait, because it's just hard to find home health staff and it's not that, because I feel like sometimes from the outside looking in, people think like, oh, her baby's getting taken care of for her, like must be nice. It's not like that. When you're in it, it was so refreshing to just be mom.
Yeah.
And it really did save me. Like, I still wasn't sleeping yet because when she wants her mom, she wants her mom. And I want to be that comfort for her. I want to be that one. I wasn't just like handing that off.
Yeah.
But instead of waking up and giving medications or stopping the feeding pump or flushing the tube, I could sleep a little bit during those periods instead of comforting her. Okay, got to set an alarm to get up and give medicine and, turn off the feeding pump. Like, it's a lot more wake up. So I was just so thankful for when we started getting help. But the sleeping through the night, that hits. Thank you, Santa, for taking the bottles back. Honestly.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, so you got a little help. You're at a point where she's doing better. You can sleep. She can sleep.
Yeah, she started growing great. I mean, very passionate about her care and all of her appointments and the doctors. And I feel like when she started sleeping through the night, these last year checkups, they're like, she grew great. Everything's great. What happened? And I was like, she started sleeping through the night because she was always kind of struggling with weight. And I didn't want to put a lot of pressure. I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on, what we were feeding her. She was getting her goals. Like, she wasn't like growing super great, but she was growing, you know? So I just tried to like not let that pressure get to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like my deep down intuition was right. Once she starts sleeping through the night, I mean, how are you supposed to sleep and grow when you're waking up? She was drinking 20 to 30 ounces of water. Okay. So we're talking almost a full Stanley of water at night.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No.
She would wake up and just chug water. So until we got her feeding pump perfectly set up to what her body needs to stay asleep, game changer. Yeah. Wow. That and taking away the bottle. So she knew it wasn't an option to like wake up and be like, okay, I'm going to drink water. But it just took a while to find that sweet spot.
So there was 2 things where you had a hunch and you went with them, and that's the food. You wanted her to have solids. You connected with people that kind of validated you, right? Supported you. And then now with the sleep, you also thought about that. You thought this is going to change, and it is changing, right?
Yes.
So if you could go back, right, in that mom, in that darkest moment, right, where you're like, this is not going to end. What would you tell her? So this comes up sometimes when I talk to the moms of newly diagnosed children with the same disease. And I tell them, I can understand. I'm sure you're so tired. And I didn't believe people. I tell them, I didn't believe people when they told me it's going to get better. And I told my friends, like, how are you? You're lying to me. I'd be like, I'm not lying. Like, I know you're in it. And they've been there. So I'm just like, you don't have to believe me, but it will get better. And I feel like even just hearing that and that we've been there can be encouraging to them. And then just like the tips about, even spacing out medications and giving them at different times and making sure everything's, a little bit easier on them. And I had
friends that I worked with that helped me, like pharmacists. And I feel like I had a lot of good resources when it happened to us
Yeah.
that I could use them and make sure we had the perfect medication schedule,
Yeah.
you know?
And now you want to give that to other parents.
Oh,
that are
absolutely.
Going through the
Yes.
same
I
thing.
want them to kind of see a little bit of light, even if they feel like they can't. Just know it eventually does get better. And we might not, I always say, I don't know if it really gets easier or we get better at it. So do we really, like, has any of this really gotten easier? It feels like it.
Yeah.
But we're also a lot better at just remembering everything she needs. We have checklists, in our phones for like what we need when we leave the house and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So just building those systems into place makes it all feel a little less stressful.
Yeah. More support.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that, I don't know, I always tell people, but you tell me, now I'm curious about you think as I tell people, when we have a child, and I have a child also that has various diagnoses, and a lot of times we have to grieve to be able to accept, grieve to be able to accept, and build
absolutely.
and build. And so,
Oh, yeah. I felt like we had to grieve a lot. I mean, here I had this baby that I was just so thankful to have. And the first 6 months were a dream, like a perfect dream. And I'm so grateful that I had that time because I know I wasn't sleeping, but like I said, when I called my best friend, she's like, you're just so positive that it's going to get better. Because I was just, I think, a little extra grateful going through infertility.
oh, that's
I'm
another
just
journey.
so thankful that I have these children. So I would I took on mom as just at a different, I don't want to say different level, but I'm trying to think like I embodied mom
Yeah.
because I wanted it so badly.
Yeah.
So I maybe lost a little bit of myself
Okay.
a lot in the early days because I was just so excited and this is what I wanted. So finding that balance
Yeah.
and then getting another like miracle pregnancy
Yeah.
after, over a year trying, I just, it's hard, and they say it takes a while to get back to yourself, but then, toss in medically complex kid.
I know. That's true.
It's like,
But
okay,
what
it's
has
gonna take-
helped you go back to yourself? Because I think that's something that every single new mom goes through.
Mhm.
For me, it's like your identity gets ripped apart.
Yeah.
You have to find it again.
Yeah.
What helped you find your identity again?
Finding my identity.
I mean, it's a journey,
Yeah,
but
it is.
What's helping you?
What's helped me? I know I sound like a broken record. The gym. I love the gym. I feel like the community that I have there and just moving my body, even though I was so tired. I mean, don't even know how I was moving. And I was still working at the hospital,
Yeah.
12-hour shifts on very minimal sleep. And I just look back and I'm like, how did I do that? But I had one of my girlfriends say, I think you should just come back to the gym. Like just, if you hate it and you really, really feel like you can't muscle through, just pause it again.
Yeah.
And I will always be thankful that she was that one to be like, let's just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And even though I was tired, I was making it there for 45 minutes and it made me feel like I was doing something for me, even though it was 45 minutes and it was good for me. Like I felt so much better afterwards. And now it's like almost like a non-negotiable. I mean, you see me here, I'm getting up, I'm out here, I'm walking. I'm like, I have to move my body or I just don't feel like I feel my best.
Yeah. I mean, I can completely relate.
Yeah.
When we are down, movement allows us to be, to feel, to come to life.
Yes.
So,
I agree.
wow. It's amazing. So,
Yeah.
anything, like where can people find you? Where, anything else that you feel that you didn't say? Because I feel like we wrapped it up pretty beautiful, but I want people to be able to find you and get all this information from nurse mom.
Nurse mom.
Nurse mom.
I'm on Instagram as at Mindful Nurse Mom. It's just all together.
I love it.
And that's just where I'm at. And it was very nice to have a compliment today in the seminar,
Yeah.
She was like, I love your Instagram posts. Like
Oh
they
my
make
goodness, I heard, yes.
make everything feel so positive. And it wasn't always this easy to be positive, but the more you work at it, and I
Yeah.
feel like the harder you try,
Yeah.
the better just life as a whole gets. Because
Yeah.
I could have sat on this diagnosis and this, change in our life. I mean, it's challenging
Absolutely.
and it definitely can get in your head, but just finding bright spots in every day is important to me now. Even, you know, the little things that happen when your washing machine breaks or your freezer goes out.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And AC all in the same month. But
Yeah.
You
You
know.
learn how to get back
yeah,
up.
get back up.
And important to feel and then get back up.
Yep.
That's what we're talking
Important to feel. Yes. So I kind of feel it. And then I'm like, okay, what am I going to do about that? And I also have another friend at the gym that has helped me a lot, conquer a lot of things in my mind about just like, okay, well, you know, we felt with that. Now it's,
Time to go.
We're going to go. And
Yeah.
what are we going to do about it? And
Yeah.
just, I love her strategy and everything. And she's a very special friend too, because she did take care of my daughter when she was in the hospital. So yeah.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
to me
you.
today. I appreciate you.
yeah,
Can I
I
get a hug?
appreciate, yeah. You got this.